My father, Abdul, he came to UK from Pakistan in 1963. 18 months after, my mother followed and she came to the UK. The earliest memory my father shared with me was when India and Pakistan separated and the partition was going on. He was shoved into a carriage by his father. He was the 5th child, the 6th was on his way, his mother was heavily pregnant. His father got into the 2nd carriage, made his way to the 1st carriage, and he was just told a few words from his father. Keep quiet, close your eyes. Try to fall asleep, because when this journey ends, you'll either be in a different world or a different life. There was a lot happening around him. He could see. He was only 4, turning 5, he said. My dad worked as a bus conductor in Karachi, and then he was approached by his best friend, Rab Nawaz, who lived in the same village in Faisalabad side. He approached him and he said, my brother's in Karachi, meet him, go to the Chamber of Commerce and better your future. My father met this Punjabi Sikh guy on the plane. Obviously they shared all these stories. He had nowhere to go, so he took him to his rented accommodation, a 1-bedroom flat. As he approached there, the landlord had exchanged words with his tenant, and he said, we can't keep this guy. He said he has nowhere to go, which is my father. So he said, well, I will take rent off him. How much has he got? He said, £2. He said, fine. Apart from that £2, I do want him to do one thing. When all these guys come from their evening shift, he will have to make the curries, or the curry, and clean up. My dad was told to come outside the carton foundry at 2 a.m. in the morning. It was very cold, he recalls. There was 20 people already previously waiting there for employment. The foreman came out, he picked out 10 people out of the 20, including my father. He had a full day's work there. He said, taming that hot steel, he said it was a journey and a job of its own. He got the job. My mum Najma, she was a very hard-working lady. In the 1960s, it was very difficult to work as a market trader. There was not many women doing that kind of job. There were times when my dad used to come really late to pick her up. With the national fronts and the riots going on, my mum would she would wrap her money bag, hide it under the stall, cuff her golden jewellery, 22 carat, used to cost a lot, and she'd tell her kids to hide her under the stalls. Mum used to walk from Pontefract Lane to Spencer Place to do her weekly shopping, groceries, etc. When we used to walk back, there used to be a certain area where we were guaranteed to experience some racial abuse. My mother used to drink from stainless steel cups in her village town in Pakistan. Grandma came to visit my mother. That's 50 years ago. She brought these two. These two are the oldest. It was a set of 6. 4 have disappeared, but these 2 are the oldest things we've got in our house. I think today, wherever I am, it's looking at them 2 parents, and I follow their footsteps, and I'm still doing the job, and I'm happy. I'm happy they're my parents, and I love them every bit.